What's going on, guys? It's the Aceline Podcast.
Hey, I wasn't on my phone.
Best intro
Hey,
possible,
guys.
right? No, listen. Okay, ready? What's going on, guys? My name is Jalen,
I'm Imani.
and this is the Aceline. No, I'm sorry.
I hate what tone of voice are you doing?
You don't like that?
And this is the
And this
Aceline.
is the Aceline Podcast. Today,
Crazy.
guys, we're gonna be talking about 5 things that we hate about Squid Game. No.
I know we did it last week, but we have more. Also, Jalen, happy Wear Red Day. My Windows computer just let me know that it's Wear Red Day today. So, that's a real holiday, and I think we should take that very seriously. And right now my shirt has some red.
Hey, I got burgundy on.
Okay, shit, we're killing it. I think.
Wear burgundy day.
Wear Burgundy Day.
I wanna look this up. Where
I don't know if that's real. That's what my computer told me. National Wear Red Day, because of course it's national.
History.
Of course, that's something we made up.
Launched in 2004 to raise awareness about heart disease in women.
See? And I wasn't being sarcastic at all. It's a real important holiday.
Well,
crazy that they couldn't just call it what's it to raise? What is it for?
To raise awareness about heart disease in women. Only in women.
Only in women. There's a whole other day where we wear blue for men. I love that they couldn't call it like Heart Disease Awareness Day. It has to be Wear Red Day, so people have to look it up to be like, what the fuck is this? Super efficient, guys. Really good marketing.
It does make me wonder: is there a male version, or
maybe it's just like
heart disease more common in women?
You know what I've always wondered? Do men ever get breast cancer? Because there's
I guess you can.
There's not a lot. Like,
I don't really know how breast cancer develops, so I would assume maybe it's probably like significantly rarer to happen in men, but I would say rarer, more rare, probably more rare.
Actually, no, I think rare sounds better. Actually, I don't rare
so?
sounds wrong. I don't know, guys. This is the grammatic episode.
Okay, yeah, this is the grammatic episode. We're looking at words. Imani, there's this name that I just read. If you guys don't follow, this isn't me promoting my channel. This is important, guys. I'm not just. So I have another channel called The Javelin's Ace. No correlation. No correlation to this one, by the way.
No correlation. It's actually a completely different guy. I know they look the exact same. The other one wears sunglasses most of the time.
He wears sunglasses and a suit, so it's not me. All right.
Not him.
And Cyrus completely runs that channel.
Yeah, that actually is Cyrus. I don't know if everyone knew
that is Cyrus. Yeah.
Cyrus looks like.
He says in the end of his videos that my name is Jalen, but he's really just lying. Because he wants to be me. Everybody wants to be me. So I read this name. I have to.
Oh no.
I have to find this. Hang on. There's a name that I read in a book. I did a book review for the first Mistborn book, and I didn't like it. Okay. And so that review had some divided opinions. I am currently reading the second book. I don't have the book up here with me because I was reading it downstairs just now.
You left your book downstairs?
Yeah, sometimes I read downstairs.
Yeah, but you don't bring it back up when you come up?
No.
What if you lose it?
Lose my book? It just sits in my bookshelf, or the bookshelf. Anyways.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. Can you hear that at all?
I think I heard barking or something.
3 like gigantic fighter pilot helicopters just flew by my apartment and like shook it at its core. There are like Air Force bases around here and it's insane. What the fuck word did you just send in the group chat? What the hell is that?
Imani, that is a name.
That's not a name. Wait, okay, what?
No. I read this. I was reading this book. It says here. You know what? I'll just
the Mistborn.
It is. So this is the sequel. This is the Mistborn sequel. Okay. I guess I can't. Oh, I guess I sent it on my phone, so I already have it. So if I just go to here, go to the chat, and then do that. There we go. So let me open this real quick so you guys get a better look at it. So this says
I already don't know what half of these words in this little screenshot mean.
Set's son. So Set is a character. Set's son.
I thought that was French. I genuinely thought.
So I want y'all to know. I was reading this book and I stopped here for a second. I mean, I continued, but I stopped here. I saw that name, and it immediately pissed me off.
Wait, can they see it? Are you gonna show it?
You can't see it? Yeah, they can see it.
I mean, I can see it, but
yeah, I have it on screen right now. I read this name. I was pissed because what is this? Now, it's probably pronounced Norden or Nornden.
Nornden. Oh, that's bad.
But
there are 3 N's in that name.
But it's so bad. Okay, so, and I'm going to rant about this again. So if you follow the podcast and the Javelin Ace channel, well, when this book review comes out, you'll see this rant twice. You won't get a break. You'll see this rant twice, yeah. We already get, like, fantasy authors already get flack for like writing Y's instead of I's in names to like give their names that like different feel to them. You know, you don't read a lot of fantasy, so Imani wouldn't know. Imani doesn't read, so she wouldn't know.
I actually can't. You know that, and you're being mean. You know that I can't.
But a lot of fantasy authors do that. Like, Game of Thrones does it. A Court of Thorns and Roses does it. Fourth Wing does it. The point is, a lot of fantasy authors do it, but this is to such an extreme degree. Like, wanting to be so original. First off, the name Norden is already, like, if you just spell Norden, Nordin, that's already like enough. You know what I mean? Like, because
it's beyond enough.
That's already enough, because like where else have you heard that name? You know what I mean?
No, like, yeah, those letters shouldn't be in that order together.
That's some ancient name that you haven't heard.
Sounds like a goblin.
Right? It sounds like some kind of god. Like, if this was like some kind of foreign god, if this was some kind of like, actually, you know what? If this was
like a djinn, like djinns are DGINN. I'm like, all right, fair.
Like, oh yeah, exactly. So if this was like some goblins, some other like you know, like D&D has all those races. If this is like some other race and like a name for one of them, then I'd be like, hey man, fair enough. They're a whole different group of people. But this man is human, Imani.
What? I was gonna ask. I was like, what? Who is he?
This man is human, Imani.
Oh,
as far as I know, I don't know any further in the book, but Set is a human, and they're saying that this is Set's son. But it's just so crazy to me that because the only thing I imagine when I hear a name like this or I see a name like this, I just imagine I'm one of the characters in this book. And so I'm just like, the fact that no one else questions the name, they're just like, oh yes, my son, Janornden. Oh yeah, Janornden. Yeah, I know Janornden.
Yeah, hello, I've met Janornden before.
Hello, Lord Venture. My father wishes to know who you would like to meet. When you would like, what does that say? A when. Okay. My father wishes to know when you would like to meet with him. You know, like that kind of thing. And it's just, oh yes, Janorndon. I would like to meet with your father. What?
And can I say, as someone that has not read this book at all, this screenshot contains 4 different names that five
right.
different names that I hate all of them.
All right, Imani, let me
Breeze, a Lord Venture, or is it a fucking like airline commercial? Spook? Don't tell me that's a person. Don't fucking tell me Spook is the name of an individual person.
That's a person. Hey, Imani, all right. No. Here, let me give you the Brandon Sanderson context, okay? All right. Small spoilers, I guess, for Well of Ascension and Mistborn. So don't listen to the next like minute or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember Seth's first name. Breeze. His real name's not Breeze. Is actually his family name is like Leoridon or something like that. He comes from a noble house. Venture is just his last name. His first name is Elend. Here, I'll spell that for you. Elend. And then we have
even then I thought it was spelled differently, but okay.
And then we have Spook. Spook's name is actually this. But they in the first book they saw his name and they said, no, that's too long, so we're gonna call you Spook now.
It's not even related. These are just different names. You gave me twice the amount of names to remember.
No, really. That's what I'm saying. Like, why not Lest? Why not like, you know,
they said fuck it.
Why not L? Like, no, a character in the first book whose name was this. Here, I got you. Whose name was this.
Oh my god.
A character in the first name whose name is this. Okay. Kelsier, yep. Whose name is that. He sees Lestaborn's name. I don't know if that's how you say it. I think it's Lestaborn's.
I believe it.
Or Lestaborne or something. I don't know.
Your name is Lestaborn's. Oh my god.
Like, okay, so he sees Lestaborn's name and says, nope, that is way too long. Your name is Spook now. I don't know what. I don't remember if there's context behind that. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm going to get flack for it in the comments. But I don't remember.
I feel like fantasy stuff, it's like, I feel like, because like names here, like names in the world, like it's all contextual, but like even in the real world, there are names that we bully for. And I feel like sometimes with fantasy, they put like because like Lestaborn and Janorndon are similar types of insane names. And so I'm like, hey, if every character was called that, like, fine, okay? Like that, maybe that's just the vibe of the times. Maybe that's just the energy we're giving. You can't have those be characters and no one blink an eye and it's like, yeah, that's a normal name. You're telling me those are normal names, and then also Breeze and Snoop or whatever, Spook.
Yeah.
Those are also normal names. Those are vastly different fucking categories of names. You have to be making fun of one of them.
Here, let me
has to be kind of weird.
Let me give you the rest, okay? So then there's this, there's this, there's this, there's
okay, that's a dog. Dachshund, that's just a dog.
There's this. Oh. You're gonna love this one. Then there's this. The capital S.
Why is the S capital?
No, that is how it is. that is how it is written. So there's if you guys aren't looking at this right now, if you're driving around right now, the names I typed are Dachshund, Yeadon, Hammond, Clubs, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Orser, I think. ORE capital SEUR. No space in that. That's one word.
I think it'd be so funny to do like a fantasy trivia where you tell people names and then they guess how to spell it. It's like, that would be fun. We're actually looking for a capital S.
That would be great. That'd be great. Okay. I can give some credit though. Orser is a different race. Okay. So that
I
makes
wouldn't
it.
be able to tell him. I wouldn't be able to tell from all the other
So
fucking
that
names.
makes it slightly better, Imani. Okay. All right.
It's
Here.
so that's and again that's what I mean though. It's like why like because I'm not saying like you can guess someone's race based on their name, but if I meet like a Keyshawn, I'm not gonna think he's Asian. You know what I mean? If I meet a Taehyung, I'm gonna be like Asian for sure, probably Korean. Like I'm not gonna think that's like a black guy. Like I I just feel like you can't just be like, yeah, no, but this person's a different race. And I'm like, how is that communicated to me? The names are the exact same, which fair, but these are drastically different names from each other.
Yeah, I just here's some last names for you too, Imani. Here's
I don't.
I think
Venture was crazy.
I
It
think
reminds me of what's that Chase Ace Ventura? That movie.
What did you say earlier? You said an airport ad or something? Airplane
It
ad?
literally like Venture X or something. That's like literally. I swear, it's like a green card at like the airport or something.
All right, so here's one Techiel. All right, you muted yourself.
Oh. Yeah, that was a mistake.
Here's
Tequil.
Techiel. Yeah, and there's Shan.
I want Shan to be the last name for one of the most complicated ones. Like it's like Janorndon.
What's
Shan.
it? What Janorndon Shan? I think it's just okay. See what I think what makes me go so crazy.
None of these first names that you sent me, none of them should have the last name Shan. None of them sound good.
Eden Shan, Vin Shan, Horacer Shan, Clubs Shan, Hammond Shan.
Hammond Shan.
Honestly, that sounds like a mom and pop shop. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hammond Shan.
Hammond Shan. Oh my god. This is so funny.
See, okay, here's the thing. What rubs me the wrong way about these characters, okay, is just that there's just no correlation between any. And listen, yes, Game of Thrones is my favorite fantasy, and I am going to compare a lot, okay? I don't do comparisons in my reviews, but I will compare outside of that, okay? We have, all right, no spoilers for Game of Thrones. We have the dad. His name, the main character, is Eddard Stark. His children are.
That's awesome. That's a crazy first name. Again, that's 3 Ds that shouldn't all be there. I'm just gonna say that.
There's that. What else? That. Dang, this dude got a lot of kids.
Oh, these are your children.
In no specific order. Rob, Bran, Jon, Arya, Sansa, and Rickon. Now, some of these names are names from like past relatives of theirs. Like Bran, his full name is Brandon, named after one of Eddard Stark's relatives.
See, that even surprised me because I was thinking like, all right, Bran, I guess that's just your name, dude.
No, it's just
they
shorten
love
a little bit.
taking the H out of John, by the way, too.
Oh, they love that. They love that. I don't know what it is. I do love though that authors are just like no. They're like hang on. They're like
I'm not gonna lie, I do that though.
Nathan? Nah. What about
I already know what you're gonna do.
Natan.
I knew you were.
That's kind of fire though. I ain't gonna lie. Like
I honestly, I was gonna say like I can't even make fun of that. My favorite thing to do when I come up with like doing names is literally to take a name that you already knew, but then change it like a little bit. I think that's fucking hilarious. I love that shit.
That's fire. It's good. It's good. Natan.
Also, these are rare. These are like not terribly crazy names, like Rob, John, Arya.
No, okay. So all right, we're gonna get flack for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it before the comments start ripping us.
Yeah, ripping us, ripping you. I have never watched
Game of Thrones is low fantasy and Mistborn is high fantasy. So they might say, what?
What's the difference?
High fantasy is like big into magic and has all this like low fantasy is kind of, ooh, there might have been magic a long time ago, but most people don't believe in magic and da 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 da, like that kind of thing. Also, Game of Thrones is based on a more medieval setting with names like this, and
yeah, I feel like kind of got the vibe of like they're dragons though.
Mistborn, yeah, and Mistborn is I can't think like the point that I'm trying to get at with these names with Janorndin and then Set. I don't. Is Set his first name? I don't remember. But the point is, there's just no correlation. Like this man, Janorndin cannot be this man's son.
Your name is Set, and then you had a son, and you named your son Janorndin.
You named your son what? See, this is the kind of name that if I was a doctor and I'm like holding the chest, oh, what are you gonna name him? Janorndin. No, I'm not writing that down.
Think again.
No. Actually, no. They'd be like, oh, I want to name him Norden. Okay, that's a pretty. I ain't never heard that name, but it's unique. How do you want to spell it? G? No.
Yeah.
You putting 3 N's in it, bro? What?
3 N's.
Why?
Is crazy.
No. Like, I just hate it. I hate it. I want to say I flipped to the back of no spoilers, but I flipped to the back of the third Court of Thorns and Roses book. What is it called? A Court of Wings and Ruin. And I was
gonna say Mist and Fury. I don't know.
That's the second one. And I saw.
Okay, he's not one of them.
I saw this name, Brayaxis or something like that.
I thought that said Braxis
or Braxis. Braxis. I think, I don't know. I haven't met the man yet. I learned
that shit in math class.
Oh yeah, you're so right. No, so how do you feel about this? Is me just wanting to rank fantasy names now.
That Y is pissing me off.
It's kind of it's pushing it. It's pushing it.
It pushed it for me. The X was like, all right, you want to be fancy. The Y, you didn't need to add the Y too. You really did it. That's a character in A Court of Wings and Fire?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this makes me just want to rank fantasy names.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
I want to put this out here. I don't think we're going to be talking about this the whole episode. I just want to just say this. I want to put a cap on this. I like some kind of order to your names. Like when I'm reading something, I want to see like kind of like a Game of Thrones. Like if you look back, all right, if you look back and let's take real life history. If you look back at the Tudor house, you know, you got Elizabeth II, Elizabeth I, you got King Henry. You know how many Henrys there are? What are there? 8 of them fools?
So many.
Like, you know what I mean? Like there's Richards, and I don't know if that's Tudor, but my point is there's like names that like carry over generations, right?
Yeah.
But when you just have, oh yeah, my son, yeah, my name is Set, and this is my son, Janorndin.
Jalama Ding Dong.
Jalama Dabada. No correlation, all right, but that is my son, and this is her mother, Emily. Anyways. So what you
they wanted what like I love it. They wanted what their parents never gave them. They're like, my name's so boring.
Right.
When I have a kid, I'm gonna name them something crazy.
Right. Like, no, I'm just like it's just like so where did that name like come from? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. So
what in your brain malfunction and created that order and sequence of letters together in a row?
Like has Tara told you about It Ends With Us? Has Tara told you about the main character's name in that?
No, what's her name? I actually weirdly don't know.
Her name is Lily Blossom Bloom.
Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. No fucking way.
I'm telling you, Lily Blossom Bloom. And get this, Imani, she works in a flower shop.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm serious.
My sister's calling me. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me get my sister on the podcast. She's calling me. Yo, I'm filming a podcast right now. Can I call you later? Yeah. Hi. Oh, she said hi.
Hi.
Oh, bye. I actually think she might have been ordering food. I think she was saying hello to someone else. I just heard someone say, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We love those kind of phone calls.
Also, okay, I'm thinking like, oh, is this one of those like fan fiction movies? But I don't think it is.
This is a Colleen Hoover turn movie book.
Very similar. Also, more fighter jets are flying by. Did you ever watch Top Gun when you were growing up?
Nope. If I
watched it like
no, I didn't. I'm just now remembering the movie you're mentioning. I'm like, nope, never watched that one. No. Although I do love war movies.
It's like that's the thing. That's the weird thing about Top Gun. It's not even really a war movie. Which crazy that you love war movies. I fucking hate war movies.
What?
They're just sad. I hate them. Like,
nah,
but it's like a
I'm
movie
not
just about like
listen. All right. Sorry. Well, I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you out. What were you gonna say?
Well, no. Continue. I just want to say Lily Bloom is such a piss ass name.
No. Lily Blossom Bloom.
Don't piss me off. It was already bad.
Listen, but here's the thing though.
LWB.
Lily Bloom is okay. It's a little out there, but I can believe it. No, I can believe it.
Lily is already a fucking flower.
No. Listen,
I'm telling you. Lily and a bloom. Fuck you.
I'm telling you. So I can definitely imagine the last name Bloom. I can imagine that existing, and I can imagine a mother being like, "Oh, I'm gonna name my child Lily." I can see that. But
okay,
Lily
fair.
Blossom,
you want to be fucking
Lily Blossom Bloom works a flower shop. I will slap you, bro.
No. If a girl was trying to flirt with me and I walked up to a flower shop and she's like, "Yeah, my name is actually Lily Bloom, or it's actually Lily Blossom Bloom," I'd be like, "Stop talking immediately. Your parents unfortunately handicapped you as a child. I think I need." And then you fed into it by actively working in a flower shop because you're perpetuating the cycle. I already know what kind of person you are. I'm gonna go. Like I'm sorry. Again, that's the difference. Someone giving you that name, you can't do anything about that. You can change your name if you really cared, but like that's your name, own it, whatever. You chose to work in a fucking flower shop. You know what you're doing.
No, really. No, really.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Also, I was saying Top Gun because I think there are Air Force bases around where I live, and like I've seen like the jets fly by, and I think they're cool now because I've watched Top Gun, and Top Gun unfortunately does make fighter jets look really fucking dope. But like I don't know, like that looked like what I see in a Marvel movie. I swear to God, like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see that next week when I watch Captain America. That was like the big jet carrying like cargo shit. That was weird. I don't know where they're going either.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I love a good war movie. Let me tell you why, okay?
I already know why, because you're a freak and you like pain and you're
No, that's not even what it is. No. You see, you think that's what it is. You think I only like pain, and you're only half right. The thing is, I have this, like, I don't know where it came from. It's just always been a part of me, really. Yo, I like in here, American, okay? Something about war movies just brings out. You know what else brings out? I don't know if you heard of this game, Helldivers 2. Well, you've heard me talk about it, but like it's just literally like, have you know what's that bug killing Battlestar Galactica? That's not it. Starship Troopers. You know that, right? They're like killing big bugs.
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry, you know I'm not a gamer. I don't know what.
Well, Starship Troopers is a movie, but yeah.
Oh, must not that big a movie person, apparently.
Yeah, fair enough. Only Marvel movies. But anyways,
freedom warbound.
Yeah. So it's just so rooted in democracy. You're killing bots and bugs and aliens, and you're just like, hell yeah, dog. You got this big old machine gun. You're just like, America, dog, America, and you're protecting Super Earth. My God,
because Earth isn't enough. We need to be a superpower in the galaxy.
The last bastion of civilization. No, something about war movies just brings that out of me. I'm not big. I don't go around like carrying the Constitution in my back pocket or something.
You're not even really a political girly.
I'm not even a political girly, but I will eat up a war movie, y'all. I will, and I will be. I'm like, yeah, democracy, yeah, guys. I know the Independence.
To learn about you.
I know the Independence Day speech. That movie. I know the speech the president gives. I do. I could give it to you by heart. Now this isn't technically this one isn't a war movie because they're fighting against the humans. But the first Avatar, the speech that Jake Sully gives to the Na'vi before they go and fight, I could give you that speech too. I have speeches in my brain, Imani. That's literally just. Oh, I'm telling you, I could do it. I really could.
This is fat. This is such like comic book boy like type stuff, which I respect to a certain degree. I think I can't because I like movies that have that like sort of like strong will, like that, like some, I don't know, for lack of a better word, like Captain America type shit, where it's like, yeah, and I'm right, and I know I'm right. I'm gonna fight till my death. Okay, now I'm like scared. I'm like, what the fuck's
going on? Are you sure like New Orleans isn't going under like martial law or something?
Bro, I don't know. Like, I'm like,
are you sure? Maybe. Are you in the plot of District 9?
No, really, Super Bowl's a cover. Which is, we had a very doomsday, because like we all work in nonprofits and like my program, and like we had a very like doomsday like speech. Like we had a doomsday meeting today that was just us all sharing about like how all the like shit that like the new administration has been doing has like literally like so much affected like how we're supposed to be doing our jobs. Someone cried. It was like really fucked up. I was like, not a fun time. But none of any of that, because we're talking about democracy right now and the beauty that is America and how it has always been.
America, dog.
And that's my thing. I'm like, America is so. I'm like, it's so. Like, the themes of America are so attractive, but I think the closest I've ever gotten to like really, really enjoying a movie that like spews so much of that is like is Hamilton, which even that's pretty fucking like that's still musical theater. You know what I mean? But like, it's such like I understand like the attraction to it. I'm just like war movies specifically. Like Avatar's a fucking vibe, hell yeah. But like war movies specifically, I'm like, war is so icky. None of these people want to fucking be here. Like most of them are just like sad and like scared and want to go home. And I just know that too much to enjoy it. I'm like, this is just, it's just too much. I'm like, and I know they're killing people, and like not all those people are like the worst of the worst. Like they're just soldiers, like the other people are. It's just it's just all too sad. I'm like, I can't watch more movies and enjoy them, even if like the good guys win. I'm like, y'all had to kill some motherfuckers. That's crazy.
Hamilton. I'm kidding. I was trying to.
Have you ever watched Hamilton?
No.
You would love Hamilton. I think you would really like Hamilton.
You know what? Next topic of discussion, guys. Here we go. Imani has missed a lot of times. Okay. Now, so we
what
have
is the context behind this?
The trio that we are, me, Imani, and Tyra. Okay. We all give each other suggestions, right? Tyra, for example, has never missed when it comes to food. Anywhere we've gone, Tyra has not missed in terms of food. Books, I mean, she suggested A Court of Thorns and Roses, so she already missed like off rip. Imani, however, Imani, I don't think she's caught anything. I don't think she hasn't missed. Is the problem?
Here's the thing. Fuck you. And also, I'm not a confident recommender of anything because I don't want to be responsible if you don't like it.
This is Imani when she's recommending something. No, I think you would like it. No, you guys shouldn't watch it. You guys shouldn't. Unless,
bro, last night, do you guys know Degrassi? Do you guys know the cultural like fucking beauty that was Degrassi as a show? Such a good show. I am like they're playing Marvel Rivals, and I'm just like watching the show, narrating out loud, like, man, it's so good. You should watch.
Oh my god, that's how Eli comes back. Oh, he came.
See, you remember his name. You remember his name.
No, because I remember you just so adamant of just he came, like, ooh.
He came.
Crazy. So I was just imagining Imani just cheering for this man,
just watching porn,
just pounding sex. That's what I was imagining, but that's
which
not.
was crazy because like 5 minutes before I was like, damn, I can't believe they just fucked. I didn't even know that. Like, what?
It's funny because we were having a serious conversation as
we were
you were as like Imani Imani. Listen, Imani is like you know you and Tyra. It makes sense that you guys are friends. They're both like unintentionally funny at some point. Like they are funny, but they are unintentionally funny sometimes. Like Imani having a serious conversation, like, yeah, I just don't think like with the current state of the world that like oh my god, Eli is so crazy. I can't believe he did that. But yeah, I just think racism is like not really that good.
We were talking about something really serious. I was like, but I really think people should like, check in with themselves and be like, oh shit, Eli is coming. Whoa. Oh my god. Damn. Sorry guys. Anyway, yeah, we should respect each other.
it's so good. But yeah, so Imani, I feel like I'm kind of a mixed bag too because I suggest some things. Now I haven't missed in terms of shows. Okay. Arcane, I didn't miss. I don't care what Tyra says about the second season. I didn't miss. Still, that's still peak. And anytime someone tells me that they haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, I have not met one person that looked me dead in the eye, watched like all of Avatar, or at least like the first season, and was like, no, I didn't like Avatar. I have not met one person.
Here's my critique. I think you're right. You do good. It's good shows. I can't give you it until I watch ReZero because the shows you recommended so far are like pretty generically like, yeah, I recommended Avatar: The Last Airbender and everyone loved it. And I'm like, yeah, because that show was fucking awesome. So was Arcane. Like, that's not a new opinion. Like, until you get me into some underground shit, you're like, well, I guess you haven't missed, but you're playing it safe, you know?
I suggested your name. No, it's called my name. I always forget that. Not to be confused with the Japanese anime movie, the Korean the Korean K-drama. The K-drama, the Korean drama that is called My Name. Now I haven't missed on that one either because Imani likes it. Imani likes it.
I started it, but what if it might suck? It might start getting worse.
It might until you get to episode 6. I'm kidding. I don't know what episode. I'm not saying a specific episode. I'm just like,
it's a good way. Everyone should start doing the same with Arcane, where it's like, yeah, no, you just have to wait until episode 3. Just like if you're not hooked by episode 3, just an obscure fucking like.
When we watched Arcane, we watched this downstairs in my house. I had Imani over and I told Imani, you have to watch 3 episodes of Arcane.
They were so adamant. I was like, okay.
This is how I did it. I did the same thing with Tyra. It's so funny. Me and Tyra weren't dating yet when I showed her those 3 episodes, and I remember I had to go right because I wanted to leave at 6. So
yeah,
literally just straight. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but episode 3 of Arcane ended, and I was like, all right, my keys right here. All right, I'm gonna head out. She's like, there's no way you're leaving me like that. I'm like, yeah, sure am. All right, sure did.
I was gonna say, I think it's the confidence too. It's like, it's the knowing that like you don't have to like even say anything, because you guys were like dead silent most of that time, and then it was just like happening, and I was like, what the fuck, like, and you're like, well, you're gonna watch more, and it's like, you know, the answer is yes.
You know. Like, I don't like again. It's another one of those things where I'm like, I don't know who could watch that and just be like, well, I don't want to see what happens next.
Right.
Like I don't know what. I really couldn't even imagine why, like, unless you just hated animation or something, which that kind of stuff, like, I just don't do, right? I just don't suggest, like, to my parents. I mean, they're missing out, but
and that's on them.
That's on them, man. That's on them. All right.
They'll live a sad life because of it.
I really do. I can't wait. I can't wait. You know how many good shows I'm gonna show my kid? I'm gonna show my kid's not gonna know all these new like live action remakes of Disney movies. They ain't watching none of them. Dad, there's this new. Why didn't you tell me about this Lion King movie that came out in 2019? No, there's no other Lion King movie.
That's not the real. Yeah. You only know the truth, son.
You know the truth. Now you know the truth. I'll show my child Arcane. I'm gonna show my kid Game of Thrones.
I'm gonna show my 6-month-old child.
I'm gonna show my kid Game of Thrones, and I'm gonna say this is a true story. This is a true story.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. I don't know why that. I'm gonna show my child
Arcane. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna show my child Arcane was a true story. That's what America used to be. And then we saw
this is what it used to be, yeah. No,
we should do more animated like history. Like, I want animation to really fuck with different genres, like animated like historical fiction shit. That would be kind of dope.
I do. I want so many stories told that everyone's afraid to tell, like the good stories. I don't know. But I did want to talk about one more thing. I say one more thing, but it could be whatever, man. It could be. This could be another hour.
Keep me on my toes.
Have you watched the new trailer for You season 5? The final You, the final us.
I have not. I didn't even know it was. I didn't even know. I kind of had hoped that they just stopped. I was like, please just, because last season like had a good point where they could have gone, and then they just made me fucking mad again.
Do you want to know?
We've talked about You.
Not on the podcast, no.
Not on the podcast.
Do you want to know? Do you want to watch the trailer, or do you want to watch?
I want to watch it. Yeah.
You would watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show it real quick. I'm just gonna pause it. We're back, guys. When we come back, we'll have watched the trailer and continue. All right. So, what'd you think? So, if assuming you've already seen the trailer, to those of you that are listening, the way I'm forgetting the man's name, Joe is back in New York. Is that where the first season took place? I really can't remember.
Probably.
Joe is back where he was in the first season. Okay, let's put it that way. He's back at his old bookstore, and that's pretty much all we know for right now. My only thought to how this ends, this man has to die. There's no, like, this man is a psychopath, okay? There's no way this man, like, unless they just want more seasons, like, there's no way this ends with this man, like, and then I got the girl. 6-packs hair. Like,
no, either that or he just, like, gets fucking therapy. Like, he's needed therapy from day one, and I'm like, he had like 5 minutes of it in like season 2, I think, and then that did nothing. Where's I'm like they didn't show Homegirl at all though. Like
They
in
did.
the last season,
The one he was with in the end, they did. They showed her. He might have killed her or something, but they showed her.
where when Sid?
I mean, so many women. Yeah, right. There's so many women. Here's the thing, okay? I have my gripes about you. I think, and I've actually told Imani about this before. This show is unbelievably horny.
Oh, we did talk about this.
Unbelievably horny, and
we did talk about this.
I'm gonna listen, guys. All right, I'm just gonna get hated, I guess. I don't like Mistborn. I don't like A Court of Thorns and Roses. I don't like Squid Game. Whatever. I don't believe everybody wants to bone this man. I just don't. Listen, how do you say his last name? Bagley or whatever. He's like,
please.
I'm gonna say it. He's like me. He's like average.
Hey, you're more than average.
Average, good looking. Like he's an attractive.
You could charm someone and then murder them. I think you're pretty.
I mean, I probably could. I probably have. But
I call Tara after this.
Tara, are you? Tara? Here, let me call her mom. No. No. But I just don't believe, like, he's no, like, if Michael B. Jordan was played Joe Goldberg, then I would understand why everybody. I would believe. I'd be like, hey man, I would do it. You know what I'm saying? So I believe
he's a little weird, but like, look at him. You know what I mean?
Like I believe it, man. But Joe,
also, he didn't. Do you know what he looked like before he was in Europe? Straight ugly ass, like flat ass hair, no facial hair. I just like, no offense to the actor. The actor, he's a cute guy, but yeah. Like,
but he's not. Listen, this. All right, let me tell you the season. All right, let me tell you when things really started going downhill for me. In season 3, when first off, season 1 is peak. Season one is like when the show is at its best, because at season 1 it's like, oh, this guy's crazy. Oh, this guy's crazy. Oh, this guy's crazy. Like, it just gets. One of my favorite scenes in season 1 is when he's like, this is why I love jogging. He's like, and this is why I took up jogging. He's holding a rock, and it just cuts to him smacking a rock against the back of Beck's friend, like their head. So good. So, oh my god, I still love that scene. It's just such a funny scene. It's just, this is why I took up jogging. Oh, so good. So good.
I think season 1 is probably peak.
Season 2 is when I'm like, okay, whatever. Season 2 is when the girl comes back, right? Like the girl from his original.
But she doesn't do much.
But she doesn't do a thing. She dies immediately. I'm like, honestly, I think that should either be the final conflict, like someone who knows the history of this person. I feel like that should be the final conflict, or what's her name in the second season? Love should have been the final.
Love should have been the final conflict. I feel like they should have died together. Like I think like I think I like, there are parts of every season that I think I've really enjoyed, but like never like the full season altogether. Like at the start of season 2, I was like, okay, and then like near the end of season 2, I was like, all right, like I liked like getting more of his backstory and like some sense of like development from him as a character, and I like that, like the turnaround of her being like, you know, this person that's like kind of now pushing him over the edge. I think season 3 was just like so chaotic, and I kind of could appreciate how insane it went, but again, then the ending pissed me off too, like as if she's this big bad person, and it's like, bro, turn the mirror on yourself. Like that was really like frustrating too. I I don't know. And even in this season, I think to me, the box iconic. Like that was like, because what was that season? When that was season. That was season 2. The box, like I think it
What?
came in season 2. So I'm
No,
like really far away
that
from
was in
Mike
season
too.
1. He used the box in season 1
He did use the
for
box
the
in season
boyfriend,
1.
yeah,
I would say
or the ex boyfriend, I guess.
I think the box feels so iconic, like as a theme, you know. But like I will say, like that, like when he had that friend, was it season 2 or season 3?
The one that was at the
Whoever,
bookstore, or
no, the Hispanic girlie with the daughter.
oh, Marianne.
Yeah.
That was
Wait,
season 3.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh,
one that
season 3.
he kidnapped in season 4 or whatever.
Yeah. Like they, like I like. Well, wait, was it? Wait, I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess whatever break it was where he was like, "I'm gonna save you. I'm not gonna kill you this time," and he comes back and she's dead, and he's like, "No, but that can't. No, that couldn't have been me." Like da da da. Like that might have been season 4. I don't remember. See,
That
it's
was
all
season
blending
4.
together.
Yeah. I think
I like that
I
whole
think
thing was
you're
really interesting.
I think you've really like captured how it feels. Like it's just like everything kind of meshes together. Like there's things that stand out, but like never the season as a whole. Like the only season that stands out as a whole is 1. Season 4 is filled with rich people that I don't care about. I could not have cared less about anybody in that season. The only thing that made me continue was what's it called, the sunk cost fallacy or whatever, where like when you feel like you're so like into a show that you have to
see it to the end.
You have to see it to the end. I think that's what got me through that season, because and the twist of him having DID, I mean, at first I was like, oh shoot, that's so crazy. But then I was like, yo, why is everybody so fascinated with DID all the time?
And you know what? It's like, to me, it doesn't, like, I don't, and like, I'm not an expert. I'm not a fucking psychologist, but like, to me, I wouldn't even really call that DAD. Like, I would call it dissociation, but like, I, well, okay, maybe I guess it's just because again, I guess his character was like a fully fledged out like personality, you know, and I don't know, it just felt like it felt a little not I don't know, lazy-ish. I don't want to call it lazy because like it's a real thing that happens to people, but like they're just police going by. I don't know what's happening. But it didn't like it again. I don't like when it's like, oh well, this will be like, oh well, plot twist. He has this mental illness that most people get like as children, and like is something that's developing in them for a while. Like you can't just manifest new shit all of a sudden for this character. Like it doesn't really. And then he's cured in like a fucking season. Like that's not how it works. Like that's why I'm like, I don't even think I would call that DAD. It's something.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like DID is something that a person wrestles with like pretty much their entire lives. I feel like it's something. It's kind of like you. Obviously, you come to terms with it, but it's still a part of you. It's not just like, oh yeah, I did get diagnosed with that thing. I'm good now though.
You know what's crazy?
What?
A book. I think I got a book today. I think it's the book that like I by Matt Ruff, to Set This House in Order. That's about I mean it was called something different before, but like about like 2 characters with DID. So I was about to be like, yeah, I was gonna show it, and I was like, I don't have that book, lol. Which also isn't a perfect representation, few things are, but like that's just like their lives, It's not like a son do pop-up thing. But that was also even that I think that was my point. Like even in that book where like so much like it is like in some ways I guess fantasy-ish because it's like kind of talking about like the inner world that people like live in and build, especially a lot of the altars that don't front like it's like fantasy in that way, but it's also like pretty grounded in like reality and everyday living and how people like cope with this. but like even then, like there were critiques from psychologists being like, yeah, like the patients that I see, like you know, like they're not like fully expounding on like how terribly traumatic and difficult like this is to like grapple with and live with, and like it's not as like it is like it's not as cheery. Like there's a lot more struggle, and also like the psychologists in this like aren't represented very well, and things like that. And it's like I'm like, yeah, man, it's pretty serious. Like, and I think like people are like, how do we make this plot point work in a way that'll seem like shocking, but also like where we don't really have to do too much research, or we can kind of just like have it be a thing, and it's like
It's like,
it's a
look, guys.
different.
It's like, guys, we know, guys. Listen, look, we're in the
What?
we're knowers, guys. We're
You
knowers.
guys watch Split, right? Like y'all watch those 4 episodes of
You guys
Criminal
watch
Minds?
Moon Knight, guys. Let's look. You guys,
Guys, yes, exactly.
right.
And then we'll just have them like throw them off a bridge, and then that'll be it. And then we'll be like, we're good.
Because
We're good.
the way to get rid of it is obviously to kill yourself. Like that's obviously
That's how you do it,
how that works. Yeah. No.
guys. This is official medical advice. No, please live, please live.
I think it's just like what I was gonna say was the when it really gets crazy to me is season. Well, actually, there's some parts of season 2 that made me go, no, there's no way. Like when Joe and the landlady have sex in that one episode in season 2, I'm like, this is when I started thinking, I mean, he ain't all that. Like, whatever, I guess. But in season 3, when the family comes up to them and or the not family, but the couple comes up to them, the interracial couple, and they're like, we would like to sign this contract with you that states that we can have a foursome. And then we do this with all our clients in this very realistic neighborhood. This is something that is common. And I'm just like, no.
That it's literally like, and again, I think that's my like. Do you think a man wrote this? Probably, right?
No, a girl wrote this.
Written by a woman?
It's written by a woman, I'm pretty sure.
You?
Yeah.
To me, it's like this reminds me of Colleen Hoover. I've never read a Colleen Hoover book. I'm not familiar with her work, but it kind of feels like we're like, well, a woman wrote it, you know, she would know. And I'm like, women have trauma and feel things and impulses that are true to like their life experience, but are not and should not be normalized. And I feel like it's like coming from such a interesting specific perspective of like the like because the warped reality that Joe lives in which like he meets a woman in any context and he's like, I have to be in, like I have to have you and love you, and it's so easy, and he gets so obsessive so quickly. It is not like he is not hot enough. He's not hot enough. He's not smart enough. He's not charming enough. Like,
I don't know about smart enough. I mean, he reads a lot, so I could see that part of it. Like he reads a lot, he knows a lot about. I could see that, but I agree. He's not charismatic. He's awkward to.
His smartness ain't making him big bucks. He's not rich enough. Let's say that.
He's not rich enough.
He's not hot enough. He's not rich enough. I don't know
where his money comes from. He's awkward, very awkward with people. I don't.
He is,
I just
and
don't.
I don't like.
In the third season.
I get it.
In the third
Not
season,
everyone wants to fuck him.
Let me tell you exactly, because let me tell you, in the third season, in the third season, he gets interested, or no, his neighbor's wife is interested in him until then she dies. He goes to a bookstore with someone who has a husband and a kid, but she also has the hots for him. Who else? Oh, it's the couple that wants to have the foursome with them. Right. It's just like there's just so many. I'm like, no. Oh, and then Love is having sex with who was that? Oh, the neighbor's son. I don't remember. I'm just now remembering that thing that happened.
Oh, yeah, or something. Yeah, I can't remember.
Son or nephew or something. The point is, also just listen. I know it's like, oh, Joe like flocks to these women that have like issues with men, and it's like, yes, there's one thing to like flock to that if you know it. It's another thing when every woman just so happens to also be either with a trash man, have a past with a trash man, like just some kind of trauma. It just so happens that every single person, every single woman he's interested in has some kind of fault in men. It's just so I refuse. I refuse to believe it.
And that again, that's my thing. It's like if you're trying to say something there about like how often frequent it is, like of like how like women's like self-esteem is like torn down so much in like the dating field because there are so many like men that like treat people in like this awful way and how that like has a real effect on so many women. That's one thing, but like you're not addressing it, and like no, like the show makes it seem like it's normal and natural and inevitable, and they don't address it at all. And like in Joe's perspective, it's like, oh, like here we go again, and like I feel like I have to save this person, and it's like I don't feel like you're trying to like negate that mindset. I feel like you're feeding into it like, well, yeah, like this is the unfortunate thing, like, but there are also other guys that suck out there. And I'm like, this is the problem of having it in Joe's perspective. And with like in Joe's perspective with absolutely zero like and no conflict, no conflicting perspective, no one ever challenges his perspective because every other woman in the show is fucking in love with him for some reason. And it's like the only thing that would stop him is knowing that he like literally murders people, and I'm like, that can't be your only boundary. That cannot be your only boundary.
It's just like, and it's just like, this is why I think Love should have been the finale. First off, what was her name? Carly, the girl from his past, so useless. She just dies like because Love kills her. It's just so like all that time building her up, like, oh yeah, I can't believe she survived. Like it was such an accident. Like da 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 da. All that just to die, bro. Such a waste of my time, and I hate when people waste my time. But Love should like have really been the end. Like it's just the way season 3 ends, despite minus him getting away. I could honestly be okay with Joe even getting away. I could honestly even get away with that. I could.
If I never see this man again, it'll be too soon. Like I'm literally
season 4 was pushing it.
Literally, I was like, at this season 4 had pushed it for me. I was like, I'm bored now. Like at this point, I was like, if this season's just him falling in love with another woman, like this one was even worse because she never even kind of even got close to realizing something was wrong with him. Like with the first season,
he like just out of context says I'm broken, and she's like, "It's okay, I accept you." Like I don't even know what's broken about you, but I accept you.
That's whatever. Hey, money can fix it. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, she had such nothing fucking problems. Maybe you know what it is.
I don't even remember
it's also white mediocrity. None of these people have real fucking problems. They all have nice houses with rich fucking families. And I'm like, I don't care about any of you. God. Like, the black woman, that one hurt me. I was like, you should know fucking better. You should know fucking better.
This is why
and she did kinda. Like, when she was like, oh, okay, like she at least had a little bit more sense, I feel like. And she wasn't, like, throwing herself at this man. But, like, even still, I was like, girlie, you're a little useless here. You should be doing much better.
I just think, okay, I think here's how I would assume that Joe is either going to inevitably get arrested or killed. All right, this is my hope. Okay, that is how this season needs to end. Okay, I think if I was writing this, first off, the girl from his past would not have shown up yet at this point. She wouldn't have just like immediately gotten killed. her plan was such nothing. It was just I don't even want to. I can't even remember what her plan was. It was just so stupid. It was just, haha, now I'm gonna get back at you for everything, but I don't really know how the heck I'm gonna do that. Like, you had everything so well planned out because this, like, she had been tracking him this whole time. She's the only one that knows how far this man has gone, how many women he's done this to, how many people he's killed to get here and there. Like, she knows everything about him. You end the show with that, where Joe is like getting literally backed into a corner, like he's getting trapped into a box, Imani, and then he gets caught. That's literally how, and then it's just inevitable. Like, he just inevitably gets caught when she like puts everything together. Like, and the fact that she just dies immediately, I'm like, so where are we going, bro?
Where are we?
That's why I'm like, I don't know what you could do with a season 5, because you killed the character that knows his past. So I mean, I guess you're just gonna bring someone else that kind of, maybe the girl from season 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe,
I was gonna say,
but
the problem is, it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's no good comeuppance here. Like, it's not like he's like every time you think, like, even he's like, will this finally be my own undoing? And then it isn't. And then something happens where he's like, oh, never mind, I guess. And I'm like, you can't be this lucky. You cannot be this fucking
everybody
lucky.
is just so horny everywhere. It's like Joe is some kind of disease that just some pheromone. Like, he's just like everybody. What is? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And he found his head. Like, what in the world? I do not believe it. You can never pay me enough money to tell me if I could tell you right now, if I walked into a room of 100 women, I don't even think half of them would say I'm attractive. Because that, no, but let me tell you why. Because that's just how the world works, though. There are millions of people out there, and probably like half of them won't find me attractive, won't find you attractive, like it's just how the world works. But that's okay, because there's somebody for everybody. But
can you pull up a picture right now of what Joe Goldberg? I just feel like we need to situate this in context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need everyone to understand.
Let me pause it real quick. All right.
Yes.
Unpaused. Yep. What do you think? I mean, that's
guys.
Him. That is the man that everybody is raving over all these seasons, and I'm just like, look, man, if you find him attractive, whatever. Good for you. But would you bone him? Be so for real with yourself. I mean, probably there's some girls listening to this right now. They're like, yeah, I would. Like,
and I'm like, okay, but given the context that he's a little weird, he blew in from nowhere. You don't really know anything about him. You don't really know anything about him. He's a little fucking weird. He blacks out sometimes. He's like really invasive and being like, you deserve better. And you're like, whoa.
And
like, he stares at you from across the room.
Oh my god. No. So
therapy.
The people that would take Joe, right? Flaws and all, are the same people who read A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Jalen, you can't say that.
I'm sorry.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
No, they're the same people.
So many hate comments.
They're same
also,
people.
So you're saying your girlfriend would get murdered by this guy. Your girlfriend would fuck and then get murdered by this guy. That's what you're saying?
I recant my statement. No, I'm just making a joke. But I do think that it is just insane to me.
That's crazy.
Like, I just like, listen. What would need to what do you think would need to change about this man would have to be the most charismatic. Like, he just knows how to sweep a woman off their feet, but he doesn't. He's just so he doesn't even really flirt. He just kind of.
He's sort of like he's like kind of
oh my god,
like,
my bra fell off. Like, that's so crazy.
No, say he's like sort of witty, but like other than that, it's like okay, like
why Beck starts liking Joe. I understand that. Why Love starts liking Joe. I'm like,
too. Yeah, okay. They have stuff in common. They have stuff like, you know. And you know what? I think if he looked like this, then I think we would be getting somewhere.
I mean, look, because like it's muscles, bro. It's muscles. It's the smile. It's like it's the warmth.
The dimples, like
it's the warmth he gives off. And I just want to put
this
out there.
Yeah,
it's the warmth he gives off. If I saw Joe, if I saw this man down the street,
I'm walking
the other way.
In his fucking baseball cap when he's trying to be like Loki, and I'm
like, no, bro, no.
No. I'm like, goodbye.
I'm walking away. No. Like
I say it's the difference between like he doesn't look like Michael B. Jordan. See, now we're just talking about Michael B. Jordan looks
fine as hell. No.
Like he would hug me too. Like he does. You're right. It's warmth. Like he feels like a warm guy that like he would use his muscles for good. He would use his muscles to lift you up. You know what I mean? I can't wait for this to age like bad. Like a year from now, Michael B. Jordan has some sort of like dating like assault scandal.
He comes out and says, "Okay, yeah."
Never mind.
But
because the actor for Joe is pretty chill. He's a pretty cool guy.
Okay, listen. I think we need to address this because I feel like some people will say this. It has nothing to do with the fact that Joe is white.
Oh.
Me personally, no, you already know.
I mean, no. I mean, okay. I think it's okay to. But we're talking about him in a relationship with other white women. Like,
yeah.
I don't like, and also like a black woman. Like, I don't think that has like a big merit in the show. Like, as a black woman, I'm a little bit more. I mean, I might be a little bit more cautious. I don't know, but like, not really. He be looking a little sickly sometimes, though. I will say.
The thing is,
he needs the sun.
I'm cautious of everybody. I'm already cautious of everybody. If I didn't know like, say he wasn't famous, right? I just see this man walk in. I'm still conscious of him. Like I'm still like, you know, that's a big guy. He could beat my ass right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, if both these men walk in, I'm looking at both of them. It's not like, oh, I would just flock to Michael B. Jordan. Like, it's nothing like that. But
no. In like reality, a big scary man. Can I say? This is gonna be really fucking weird. I'm trying to figure out how to contextualize this. Without saying too much, there's a big, like over 6 foot, like big built, black man that is in one of the offices, in the area that I work, who has alleged like sexual assault or like sexual harassment cases against him, and it's just so crazy. Like, or I'm like, this is why tall men scare me because I don't trust them. Big tall. I'm like, there's a little bit of it. There is there's a healthy amount of like, you're a stranger. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. Especially as I'm 5'2.5". Someone could throw me, and that's a sad thought. But someone could throw me. You know. Someone could throw you, Jalen.
Listen, no, really.
Someone could throw you.
Even women, I'm conscious of everybody, bro. I am. I've heard of too many, like even just crazy female stalkers. I've heard of it. I've seen it all, read it all. I really have. All right. I am conscious of people, right? So like the fact that so many people just flock to Joe is just so unrealistic. Even if they flock to Michael B. Jordan like that without knowing this man, I would still question it because I'm just like, what do you mean?
That's true. Like, I think like I guess that's my thing, because like flocking to someone on initial impact is fine. Like you have initial attractions all the time. Like you're attracted to people give certain vibes. Like that makes sense to me. But like getting so deep in a like relationship with someone like this so quickly is what feels so unrealistic to me. I'm like, you're not cautious at all. Like you're not like taking your time, slowing down. Like this doesn't feel a little off to you. And again, like the problem is, it's like we can critique all we want, but we're seeing all of this from Joe's perspective, and it's like And season 1, that was really interesting. Like, that was kind of why I wanted to watch the show. I'm like, oh, you're seeing it from the perspective of Joe. This is a new perspective we haven't gotten. That's interesting to kind of see how that plays out. But after 4 seasons, it's like, I want to know the other perspectives. I want to understand why this keeps happening. Who the fuck? Who are these women? Like, how does this keep happening?
We do not claim these people. Who are
no,
these women?
I don't claim them. Literally. And like, it gets to a point where it's just too tiresome, and it's like you're so deep in his head, and like it's just the same thing over and over again that it's like,
yeah,
like
also
it pushes me out of it. I'm like, okay, I just don't really care anymore. Like,
also that too, because it's like, man, I couldn't tell you what Joe's backstory is. We see bits and pieces of this man's backstory every season, and I'm like, I don't even know if you even understand the point you're trying to get across with his backstory. Because I'm like, wait,
I don't. Yeah,
okay,
like, do you know why?
His mom abandoned him at an orphanage, ? And now I don't know. I don't know what we're trying to.
Yeah, and I feel like you get a lot of it in season 2. That's when it really hits.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's sort of like after that, you don't really get any healing from him. Like, it's just like so many external factors, and it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like there's any change or development, and it's like, okay, well, why am I watching a show where the character stays the exact same? Like, I stopped caring at that point then.
Yeah, and Imani already in previous episodes admitted that she does not like static arcs.
You're right, I really
does not
don't.
like flat character arcs. And if there's ever been a better example of a flat character arc, it is Joe.
It really is. I was like, ooh.
Is there literally?
And then he just kept. He's like to a point where he's like, hello, you. Nope, I can't do that again. And I'm like, and then proceeds to do it again for at least 2 more seasons.
But you will though.
But you're going to.
Nope, can't do that again. But you will.
But you will.
It's like, I guess the only season where he really doesn't is 4. It's where he's dealing with DID. But even then,
no, again, he doesn't. But if he does, though, it's but fuck. He does, I'm sorry. Look, okay, sure. He doesn't. The other guy does. But then he's like, "You're right. I am this guy." And it's like, okay, well then it's still you, bitch. You tried to be like, nah, but you're like, no, this is who I am. And I'm like, oh, I knew that. I could have fucking told you that. Like, I don't. You're wasting my time. You're wasting my time.
The fact that when I communicated my concerns to Tyra, I'm like, why is everyone so horny? And Tyra's like, I think that's just you. I'm like, no, there's an unbelievable amount of sex in this show. And everybody is just unbelievably horny. Like, and I just like, don't get it.
Like, we're dealing with real shit. I think that's part of it, though. It's like, I think that's part of it. Like, again, from like the woman's perspective, they're like, I'm just fucking my man, you know. But like in every other, hold on, see, I gotta hold on. Let's do this. Him. Yeah, I'm recording the podcast with Jalen. You want to say hi? Oh, he can. Okay, well, apparently he can't hear that at all. So she said hi, Jalen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Well, see you later. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Well, good to know my mic is ass.
I don't know. I don't know if my mic would pick up my phone speaker. I guess it depends on the setting, but
our phone should do it. But no, I like that's what were we talking
about? You.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to wrap my brain around it too. I'm like, what were we talking about?
Static characters. He only learns one thing in the past.
Yeah, he only learns one thing. Season 4, he just learns again that he is this person, which we already knew. So it's kind of like,
yeah, I'm not learning anything new about you. Like, it's so repetitive. I don't remember.
I would love to read the books.
There are books?
There are books. I would love to read the books and figure out.
It's probably better in the books.
It probably is better in the books. Probably a better ending. I would love to. You know what I bet. I doubt they do that DID storyline. I doubt they do those obnoxious rich people. I doubt all that. All right.
Season 4, you can tell season 4 was like, let's like switch it up for like the TV show, like for the girls. And I'm like, the girls didn't want this. The girls didn't need this shit. No, literally.
I just, yeah. So my girlfriend did try to gaslight me into believing that the show.
Oh yeah, we were talking about how much fucking in the show, and I was like, from the woman's perspective, it is like, I'm like to the woman, I'm like, I'm sure they're just like, bro, I'm just fucking my boyfriend. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have sex with him a lot, whatever. But like, in the perspective of us as the audience, we're like, we watched this man murder someone 4 scenes ago. I don't want to watch you have sex again. It doesn't make me feel good. You know, we could see it less. I get it. She's dumb. Not dumb. It's not her fault. We're not victim blaming. But like, we get it. You're still fucking this person that murdered someone like less than a day ago. And I just have to deal with that. I just have to be angry alone, I guess.
It's literally every season, maybe minus the first one, which again is peak. Every season is, Joe, you have to admit you are this person. In season 2, Joe's like, no, I'm not. But love, yo, she's crazy. Because she killed my past ex. That's crazy. She's insane. Season 3, Joe, you have to confront them. No, I'm not crazy. Even though I just killed a man 10 seconds ago, and stole his woman that also has a child, and I also killed their neighbor. Whatever. Love though, crazy.
That bitch is insane.
Season 4, okay. Nope, I'm not. Okay, I'm crazy. We know.
No. So yeah, right. Season 4 is like, no. I'm not crazy. He's crazy. What? That's me.
That's me. Oh,
nah. Maybe.
Then we're crazy. We know.
We're crazy. I could have told you that.
I just like my other ending is just that the show ends with season 3. Like,
I think ends with season 3. He gets caught up in his own, like, I wish Love had killed him. Like, I really want him to, like,
I think they should just burn down in the house together. Like, that would just be
I think
a fitting ending.
Literally. Like, and I remember season 2, ending of season 2. I remember being like, oh my god, like, there's someone else like him. Holy shit. This is gonna be like a match made in heaven, but also awful, like da. And he's just like, God, this bitch is fucking insane. I gotta get out of here. And I'm like,
and no, but it, like, and I thought it was going somewhere good, because I'm like, okay, so this season he's finally gonna confront that he's just as crazy as her,
right? And we're gonna, like, even if he's in denial at first, eventually he's gonna get to a point of realizing that he is the same person, right? It's not gonna end with him being like, glad I killed that crazy bitch, right?
All right, guys, let's go to England, right? Because that was crazy.
God, yeah.
No,
the women in England aren't crazy like they are here. I literally, like, I felt so, like,
it's so crazy how you can follow a character that just literally goes nowhere. Like, as many places as this man goes, his character goes nowhere. Joe is the perfect example.
That's true.
Joe is the perfect example of, like, those people that say, like, new year, new me, but then, like, it's just the same person, bro.
It's been a minute,
guys,
and it's
new season. It's new me, guys. All right, no. You're gonna do the same thing again. You're gonna be in denial. You're gonna kill somebody, and then you're gonna, oh shoot, now I gotta hide the body. Then you're gonna kill somebody else because they caught you. Then you're gonna probably bang their wife or whatever. Like, it's just
blood on his hands. He's like, this might as well be a sitcom. He was basically a fucking sitcom, where it's like, because like sitcom characters don't change. That's sort of the whole thing. It's like,
it's just episodic.
He's basically a sitcom character. He's like,
episodic.
I gotta stop doing this, guys. Like, yeah, you really should.
No, it really is like that. I just can't help it, guys. My God.
Guys, she wants me. What am I gonna do?
He has some kind of catchphrase and he looks at the camera like, well, I guess that's you. Laugh track plays.
Laugh track.
I guess that's you. All right, like
this should have been a sitcom. I think you would have been so much better if they're gonna do everything they did. It would have been so much better as a sitcom because then I don't have to take it seriously. I'm just like distressed, and they're like, "Well, anyway," and I'm like, "No, I'm upset. Someone else is dead, and I'm mad, and I won't get any vindication for that." Like, what do you want?
Did Marianne die? I can't even.
I can't remember. I was gonna ask
you enough.
You, I thought you knew.
I can't express to you enough how little I remember of that season.
Well, no, because he was supposed to like let her go.
He just lets her go, right? Like she just goes.
I think so. I don't know if she.
Oh, maybe Marianne. But Marianne, I mean, listen, girly, listen. Shout out to my Black queens. I love y'all, but I don't think Marianne is smart enough or capable enough to bring down whatever it is that Joe has going on.
I don't think so too. But it's not even any I just don't think she cares that much. I don't think so. I just don't think she cares that much. I think she literally is just like, I just want to survive and not die. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. And also, because she has a fucking child, she's like, I'm not about to. I think she did survive because wasn't she in France with her kid?
Mm-hmm.
And he was following her or something.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "You're a psycho."
I just
later that season we realized all of this never happened and that Joe locked her in the cage and forgot all about it. Nadia finds her there after looking through Joe's apartment, right, and tries to help her. She comes up with a plan that included Marianne faking her own death due to losing.
Yeah, Nadia. Yes. Oh yeah, Nadia. She could also bring him down in the last season.
Nadia, because Nadia did good, and that's sort of my thing. Because Nadia, also again, Nadia too, she's young and it's not romantic, but again, same thing with the other character where they're obsessed with this guy, and I'm like, even with the young kid, I'm like, why? Is he that?
No, guys,
when you're young, I feel like it's so easy, but I'm like, he got her arrested, right, Nadia?
Yeah, because
he framed her for
something. He framed her for killing her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that, I forgot about that. Yeah, her getting out, that was. Listen. That was such a cunty move. That was the most exciting part of this series, as someone finally got fucking out. Jesus.
Yeah, him just kind of accepting it, him killing her friend is being like, yep, and I'm gonna blame you for it. See ya. Listen, I don't like that it took us 4 seasons to get here.
And I think I'm doubtful of that we even got somewhere. I'm like, is he really accepting it? Is it just gonna go back to the same thing afterwards?
Man,
you're just worried.
I just I say this a lot. So much nothing happens. You'd be surprised. So much happens, but so much doesn't happen. You could pretty much sum up every season after season 1 as pretty much the same thing. He gets himself caught up in some drama he shouldn't be in. He has sex with maybe 1, 2, 3 women. Kills 4, 5, kills 6, probably 7. All of them or one of them. And then goes off with somebody else. Yeah. And then also he has a child with someone, but he gave that baby to the gay couple.
Oh yeah, him and yeah, his and Love's baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I
was gonna say that could have been interesting too. Again, it's him raising the kid, that would have been a really interesting plot point.
That's why I thought that the show would end with season 3, because I'm like, he's like, oh, okay. Because he's wrestling with oh, I want to be a good father for my kid. So the whole season is him trying to be a good father. But then by the end of the season, he's just like, you know what? My kid. I don't give a dang about him anymore. I'm not good. I'm going to go to England.
Exactly. It's just cycling through all these different, because it's he's both no, I'm a good person, and being no, I'm not good enough. And I'm like, so you're a good enough person to be nah, I don't need to atone for my crimes or my sins, but you're a bad enough person where you're like, I gotta get rid of this fucking kid. I'm like,
like you still can't admit to yourself that you're a terrible person, but you can admit that you can't raise a child.
right. I'm like, that's a hint, my guy. That's a hint. Oh
Yeah.
my god. He exhausts me.
So that's our opinion of you, the show.
That's crazy that you froze immediately when you started talking. I just heard that's our.
Yeah, you froze too.
Wow.
I was gonna say that's our opinion. I mean, unless you wanted to any closing remarks or anything you wanted to talk about.
I think that's it, guys. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but have a safe.
I think it's April. It's coming out in April.
Oh no, I meant this podcast.
Yeah, this episode's not gonna come out till April.
I was gonna say, I was like, hey, wait. I was like, in that case, a happy birthday to me. Thank you guys for the wishes.
Thank you guys.
I was gonna say, it's Super Bowl weekend. Not to date us. Hopefully, it comes out soon. Oh, but Super Bowl weekend.
This is
I'm
Super Bowl
hoping.
Weekend?
Huh?
This is Super Bowl weekend.
It's a Super Bowl weekend.
Oh,
did you actually not know that?
Yeah, no. Obviously,
can
I knew
say
that.
no? Honestly, if I wasn't when I'm not with like my family, it's like I wouldn't know. I only know because at this point I feel like I've doxed myself that I live in fucking New Orleans and I also won't be here forever, so like it's fine. But like it's just so crazy in the city right now that I'm like, I don't think I could possibly forget that the Super Bowl is this weekend.
Is it there in New Orleans?
Yeah.
See,
like down the street from me, like there's tons of traffic. There's tons of shit going on.
Guys, I don't.
You don't listen. No, I'm kidding. I don't even think I mentioned it.
No. I don't. I like, even though I was listening to all that and I still didn't even put two and two together. I don't even know who's in the Super Bowl, guys. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what the team in New Orleans or in Louisiana is. I really couldn't.
The Saints.
The Saints.
We suck. We're pretty bad. We're definitely not in the Super Bowl.
Wait, so you're not in the Super Bowl? Who's in the Super Bowl then?
Philly, the Chiefs, and it's Philly and whatever the fuck Patrick Mahomes' team is.
Yes, Patrick Mahomes. A name that I've heard before, but I could not tell you.
What he looks like. You would know when you saw him.
No, I couldn't tell you anything about. I couldn't tell you what team he's on. Guys, I don't watch sports. Sports are, again, I'm gonna get more hate. Sports are a waste of time to me. I don't care to see someone run up and down the court with a ball. On the TV, at least. If I'm at the game, I can get some enjoyment out of it because I'm like there, you know, like I'm feeling the energy. But if I don't want to stare at a TV screen of just someone running up and down the court with the ball.
I think if you were a slightly different person, you would be really into sports. But I think you channel that through like anime and other like storytelling stuff.
Like,
because I can see the parallel with like rooting for a sports team and being like, oh, we've made it, you know.
Like, yes, I do watch esports. Like, I do watch Valorant esports, and you might say, well, that's even worse. And it might just be that I like Valorant, or I like watching Valorant at least. So I can see, and in that same way, you like football, so you like watching football. Hey, man, I get that. But, man, some of these people, what they know about sports, like what my dad knows about sports is so crazy to me. No, I can't believe that is drafted to the like I can't believe that. And did you hear about how many tackles he's gotten? How many sacks he's gotten?
Yeah. You know, it's 20% up from last season. You know, the only part of the person that's held that record is Dubba. And you know that he held that for 4 years. I don't think people say it's hard to learn K-pop group like members' names. How do you know every sports member of every team? That's fucking insane to me. Like people will like name people and I'm like,
not just that.
How do you know all of their names?
Not just that, but you follow college football so closely that you know you're like, oh nah, bro. Is gonna get picked. He's gonna get the first pick, bro. He's gonna get the first pick in the draft.
Right.
It's gonna be him, bro. And I know. I bet you right now. Oh, and no. Some people even go even further. High school. Nah, man, high school. They're going to college. Oh, it's gonna be so good. He's up and coming, man. He's up and coming. When he gets into the game, like, man.
It's like an elementary school. Like an elementary school, he gets like,
he's got some big legs on him.
He's gonna do far. Yeah, he's gonna go pretty
far. He just passed the first grade, bro.
You're like yelling, like, "What are you doing, Sport Chip?
What are you doing?
I have $10 on you, my guy." He's throwing up in the bathroom. He has tummy troubles. Fuck. God damn.
Daddy, can I get a cheeseburger? Yeah, if you get this touchdown, stupid little kid. No, I'm kidding. Let me put this into a different light. I don't like sports. I'll just put it like that. And so I don't care to watch them. I'm not gonna say. Maybe I might have just said the same thing again, but I don't want it to come off like it's sports a waste of objectively bad. Yeah, or it's objectively bad, or it's a waste of your time. Listen, man, everybody needs something to. Everybody needs time wasters sometimes. All right, like.
I think I've as I've gotten older, I've gotten more into sports, but I as a casual fan, I'm not super deep in it, and I understand how people get so deep in it. My problem is people will shit on other forms of entertainment and how deep people get into that, and it's how is it that knowing all these players and betting your money and fantasy leagues and all that is fine, but someone really being into a specific K-pop group or fandom or anime and creating fan art or fan fiction and cosplay and shit around that, why is that weird and this isn't? Both are fairly obsessive behaviors, but you enjoy what you enjoy and you get a lot of real world dynamics out of it, you know what I mean? Ideally it's not just watching something on the screen, you get discourse about it, you create things about it, that's all fandoms, I can respect sports a lot more now that I'm older and can do it casually, where I don't feel it's this thing that you should or whatever. I can enjoy it so much more casually now. I'm gonna the Super Bowl and it's gonna be fun to root against Patrick Mahomes. I don't think is that his name? I was about to say Peyton Mahomes. Peyton Manning? It's not Peyton Manning.
I don't know. It's not Peyton Manning.
No, but I think it's Patrick, whatever his name is, because people love to see good people lose. It's actually hilarious. In American football, the most everyone I've talked to is hey, he could make history if he wins the Super Bowl because his team has won the last 2, and I don't think anyone's ever won 3 in a row. And everyone's I hope he doesn't because fuck that guy. And I'm why do y'all want to see him lose so bad? It's really funny.
I'll put it to you like this, guys. Here, I'll give you all of my current knowledge of sports. Okay, let's start with football. Okay, football. What I know is I couldn't even say the rules really. What I know is I don't even know how the game starts. You flip a coin and one side kicks off to the other. There are 4 downs, four first and 10, and you have to cross the 10-meter point to get back to the first down.
Okay.
You have the receiver, the back end, the
hind legs.
I always remember. Well, I don't always remember because I don't. But I always relatively know these because it's all sexual stuff in my mind. So you have your receiver, you have your back end, you have. Come on, no, don't look at.
Quarterback is so sexual. Yeah, the quarterback is crazy.
Well, yeah, you have to touch the receiver's ball.
It up.
Yeah, you have to.
So you can't look it up. This is what is your? You got to go off the dome. Clearly, you have a
full wide receiver. Oh, I think basketball is even worse. That's pretty much my knowledge of football. I don't know.
It's much simpler, I think, than football.
Teams, what's the lore? But I know some lore. The Cowboys are either you hate them or you love them.
Yeah.
There's the Dallas Cowboys. That's pretty much the only one. Dallas Cowboys, San Francisco 49ers.
You don't need to know all the teams.
Carolina Panthers. No, I'm trying to think of like stuff I know like about the what's it called? Like about football. So
I just fear we're gonna spend the next 10 minutes of you blubbering about random shit, random facts that you know. Right, so
let's go.
It's like good, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Good job.
So basketball.
I never know less about basketball than football. That does not. Like I feel like it's.
I mean, basketball. You toss the ball up in the center. You jump forward. Whoever gets it, like they throw it back. LeBron is on the Lakers now. He's on the Lakers.
He's on the lake.
He's on the Lakers. I don't think I could tell you any other basketball. I couldn't tell you any current basketball player's name that's not LeBron. I really couldn't.
You when you just said that, you almost said a name of another one.
Actually,
any current,
Kevin, no, Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
okay, I did not. Yeah. I was gonna say Kevin Durant. Does he still play, guys? I don't know. I don't.
Oh yeah.
I really don't.
You know Kobe. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Kobe. Yeah. He wasn't Catholic, but just hey, man.
You don't know what he was.
I don't know what he was, man. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I couldn't even. I don't know. 3 points.
I know there's one player that, like, dressed was like very. At first I was like, ooh, he's like kind of androgynous. I can fuck with that. But I think he might just be crazy. Like I think it might be a manifestation of him being kind of crazy. And I think he's like a Trump supporter. And we're like, oh. Like at first when my dad was talking about him and I was like, my dad's a little weird with gender and queer stuff. And I'm like, hey, I mean like cool. He's a little like, he paints his nails. He's got tons of piercings. He's like been seen in a dress. He colors his hair. Fuck it. Be goofy, my guy. Like have fun. You know, why not? And then it was like, what's that? Like he's estranged from his daughter. What's that? He's like a Trump supporter. He's done some weird ass shit. Okay.
Oh.
Fair. Whatever. You know more.
That reminds me. I know Dwayne Wade. I don't know if he still plays. But Dwayne Wade, because everybody hates the fact that they let their son like, or I guess maybe they identify as a girl now too. They let their son identify as a girl, like that.
Oh
that
yeah,
whole,
I think his
whole thing.
Wait, father. Wait.
Or they let their son. They let their son identify as a girl.
Wait, they don't like him because of that? Wait, he's supportive or not supportive?
He's not supportive.
Oh, he got hella kids. That didn't help me.
Oh, he does? Listen, guys, I thought he had the one. Because that's all I hear about is them allowing this kid to have
transition.
To transition, yeah. So that whole thing.
That's one huh? Oh, Dwayne Wade, inspired by daughter, unveils new transgender youth support community. Okay, I would assume they wouldn't. Okay, this is ESPN though. I'm like, I assume they wouldn't like misgender this child, and I'm like, actually, there's likely they would. Wade's daughter, who turned 17, came out as transgender. Okay, so now. I hate this. Makes me so upset when this happens.
What came out?
They're like, yeah, they're trans, and I'm like, in what direction? What pronouns do I use? And they're like, yeah, like his daughter, I guess, you know. And I'm like, okay, like, is it still his daughter? Is it his son? I need you to tell me. You've told me no more information other than this person is transitioning somewhere, and I'm like, I need you to let me know. Okay, well. Whoever they are, good for them. I was gonna say sports is just such a toxic environment though. That's why it's like I'm not deep in it. I wouldn't want to get deep in it. Like it just doesn't sound like I feel like the deeper you get, the more annoying it is. So I can't wait. Also, apparently some Philly fans, or I don't know, for one of the teams playing, apparently they have some of the craziest fans, and now they're all in the fucking city. So I'm excited to see how that.
But you know what though, because I do know a lot about like Valorant pro players, But
Really?
I don't actively follow them. Like I know when a player has like switched the team, not necessarily, but like I just hear it
Okay.
through the grapevine. Like I'll see a clip and I'll be like, oh yeah, that they're not on that team anymore. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I just
Like, do
hear
you know,
about it.
like,
Also,
you know,
Tyra
like, their
follows it, so
personal
like
life stuff? Oh, yeah, I'm tired of
like
like, you know about their personal lives and stuff like that too?
only tens. That's the only one I know.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about I think Tyrus told me about Tens.
Yeah, bless that man's heart. I love that man. He's cool. We would be friends.
You can't
If,
kiss him then, damn.
if you knew I existed.
Uh, he does in here.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Anthony Mackie. Guys, I think Anthony Mackie is definitely somewhere in the city. And this is a call to action. I know this will release late, but go find him. Go give him a big old hug. Ask for an autograph. He loves that. He loves when
Is he
people do
in the
that in
city
random
because of the
situations.
game, or is he just in the city?
Please don't do that. Please don't approach this man. Both. I think like he's because I've been seeing him do interviews and everyone's like, "Hey, like Super Bowl in New Orleans, like you're gonna be there," and he's like, "Oh, of course," you know. Like I think the last interview he did, he was like, "Yeah, I'm heading there after this or whatever." I feel like it's very likely, like, because I'm not like he's like his home is still here. I think so. Like I feel like it's very likely that he is here for the Super Bowl, but so I'm just kind of feeling his presence. Just, just soaking in the vibes. I also have so much more respect for him knowing that he's from here because everyone here is pretty fucking awesome. I love the people of New Orleans. They're like, it makes a lot of sense. Like, after having seen him, I'm like, yeah, everyone here kind of gives the same vibes that Anthony Mackie gives. I don't know, that doesn't make sense, but it does. Like, I don't know. Okay.
All right. We were gonna end like 15 minutes ago. Then we started talking about sports. But anyways,
honestly, good for us for being able to talk about sports for 15 minutes.
Hey, man. Hey, 15 minutes. My dad could talk the whole day. My dad could start a podcast, like just a sports podcast. Just talking.
I'm sure many of them already exist. No, but he can do another.
Too many. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We were kind of all over the place, especially towards the end. But well, maybe not. I mean, I feel like we did pretty fine as sports.
Diversity is good, you know. Diversity
is good, guys. So put it in your stories, okay? That was a good way to end it because we started with talking about fantasy. So, hey, white authors, we exist. All right. And I want you to
authors specifically.
No, because it's always the white fantasy authors that never put us in books. We're always servants, or we're always just pirates, or we're always just on some distant island. Like, yo, we exist, dog. Okay.
Let us interact with your main characters.
Let us interact, but not as a servant or a maid or a distant pirate or a criminal. Like, can we please just be the main character's friend or something, or our own character? Like, please. That's all I'm gonna say. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you in the next episode.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.